had to pump gas in my wedding dress. Welcome to my channel. If you're not new here, hey boo, I see you coming back. If you're not new here, if you've been around for a while, you already know who this is. Pause the video, comment down below what her name is, what's her Instagram. Let me see my real ones out there. If you are new here, this is Hailey. This is my baby sister, whatever. I know she popping, so I'm gonna leave all her socials down below. Also, I'll plug them in here, but you can follow her on Instagram. And today, I figured we should probably start getting wedding content out there while it's fresh on our minds. Some great times and some disasters or whatever. So we're going to talk about our favorite moments and our disaster moments and lay it all out here. While we're doing that, we do have some food. We have Jason's Deli. So I have a sandwich here. Hailey has a baked potato. We have some soup. Don't spill everywhere. If you can't see it, you can't see it. And then last night we had barbecue and we got some, what is this? Spinach artichoke dip, which looks bomb. So we're gonna have some of that too. And I think that's it. We have our drinks. So let's get started.
Here up to eat.
It's about to go down.
Okay.
All right, so start. It was a long day. Also, I've been starving for the past like 3 days. So the whole time we were on our honeymoon, all we did was eat. And ever since, I'm like, ooh, that sounds good. Do I want that? Ooh, that sounds good. I'm gonna do that too. So that's part of the reason we're doing a mukbang. Let me not piss Sosa off. The reason I think I'm so hungry is because I didn't eat like the entire week before the wedding.
You're so hungry.
I was just so stressed out. I know. And then Claudia, y'all didn't eat before y'all went out there. That y'all were so hungry out there by the waterfall.
Yeah, we had like breakfast tacos.
Yeah, we had breakfast tacos.
We all had breakfast tacos.
Yeah.
And no one else. Like, honestly, I almost like passed out.
That's what everybody was saying. So
no, like literally.
Why?
Like, you know me.
Because you hadn't eaten?
Yeah, and I was. You know what? I think I was helping you with your dress. I was doing something. To where I was laying down, and I got up really quick, and I almost felt like I was gonna pass out.
So that's one thing that we forgot to do was eat and stay hydrated because I feel like it wasn't extremely hot, but I was only at the waterfall for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't there very long, but I was the last one to arrive. So everybody was out there and everybody said it was really hot. And they didn't eat. Horace, his groomsman, was upset with him because he told them they couldn't drink before the wedding. But he's like, you're about to go and be in 100 degree weather in suits. Like, you're gonna pass out. Absolutely not. If you're planning a wedding, make sure your bridesmaids eat. That's my bad that y'all didn't eat. But I was telling Sosa, I felt so good. Like the entire day. Like I knew I hadn't eaten in like 3 days, but because I was so stressed, but it's like, my body was running on adrenaline, and I was just ready to get everything done and over with. I felt good. My feet never hurt because of my heels, and if you know me, you know I'm not a heel girl. After my heels at the reception, I changed into some brand new Air Force Ones because I'm not that girl. I just can't be that girl. But I felt great. I felt great the entire time. I wasn't hungry. I wasn't starving. But again, I think it was just my body was excited.
Let me tell you, I'm eating now.
So another reason everybody was at the waterfall for a really long time is because of the shuttles. So at our venue, we were supposed to, so everything was at the same location, but the reception hall was quite a ways from the waterfall. What was that, like a 2 or 3 minute drive on the golf cart? Do you think it was longer than that? Or shorter than that?
Probably 3 minutes.
Like 2 or 3 minutes.
Without adding, like, piling the people on the cart.
Yeah. So it took a little while to get everybody over there. But we were supposed to have 3 golf carts running, shuttling people to and from. That way it went pretty quick. They only had 2 shuttles going. And we didn't notice because Horace and I did a first look outside. So all of the people who were in charge of running everything, the bridesmaids and groomsmen and stuff, they were all outside with us taking pictures. So our guests were just standing around in the front in this hot weather, just waiting for these shuttles to come to and from the waterfall. And it was taking so long. And then when we finally got inside after taking our pictures, I told the lady, like, what's taking so long? And I had only put out 24 ceremony chairs, so she thought we only had 24 guests. And I was like, no, boo-boo, we have like 87, 90 guests. Yeah. And I said, we need another shuttle. She was like, oh, okay, I'll go get that right now. Like, all of this is on your paperwork. How do you not know how many guests I have when you set up this many tables for dinner?
So was everyone supposed to have a chair?
No. Well, yeah. Traditionally, everybody's supposed to be able to sit at the ceremony and have a chair, but those chairs are $350 a piece, and I was not about to spend anywhere between $100 and $300 for chairs.
They charge you for chairs?
Yeah, and the ceremony only lasted like what, 15 minutes? It wasn't very long.
Well, yeah, the actual ceremony.
Like the actual ceremony. Yeah. So this dip is really good. It's kind of spicy. How's your potato?
Talk about the donut wall.
Oh yeah.
It's good.
So, you guys know I planned my entire wedding by myself. And there's pros to that, and that day there was a million cons to that too. Because I knew where everything needed to be and how everything needed to be set up. But I wasn't available all the time. And then I had a million people talking at me the entire night. But the donuts, so y'all saw the drama we had with our donuts initially when Claudia and I tasted the donuts.
What? Excuse me?
So it was a disaster from Jump Street. They did a second tasting for us, which Hailey, I call her Shorty, by the way. If you hear me say Shorty, this is what I'm talking about. But Shorty went with me to the second tasting, and everything was really good. The second tasting went really well. He adjusted everything I needed adjusted. And they said my delivery time was going to be 6 o'clock because the ceremony started at 6:30. That way everything would be fresh and it would be set up. Well, we get to the venue and we're unloading everything. We're setting up decorations and everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. A million things are happening. And the lady pulls up and she's like, I have your donuts. And it's like 4:30 when the donut lady pulls up. And she's like, I have a delivery. And I was like, it's only 4:30. Like, you're not supposed to be here for another like 2 hours. She said, no, you're scheduled for delivery now. And I said, I'm not supposed to be. I said, can you like wait or come back? She said that she had a delivery right after me. So I was like, again,
But did she really though?
I don't know. Again, these people and their freaking, like, all you do is donuts. I cannot be stressed about donuts. You know what I mean? I can't be. So she goes to start setting. I told her, just bring them in. It is what it is, right? I'm not going to stress about these donuts. How do people do this?
I don't know. I'll talk to y'all later.
She can't be bothered.
I don't know. But for one, she was trying to say like the donuts wouldn't fit on the wall.
Yeah, so you guys know I built my own donut wall. And so she got up there and she said, so it stood on its own. I'll pop in pictures of the donut wall. And so she got there and she said that the donuts weren't gonna fit because the pegs were too short. And I was like, can you try? Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, can you try? So her and Avery, one of my bridesmaids, tilted the wall backwards and like stuffed some cardboard under there and then laid some flowers in front of it so you couldn't tell. And she got them to fit and she got it to work. So my thing is like, why would you even bring that to my attention? So many things were happening to where I feel like if it's fixable, don't tell me. You know what I mean? Like, don't stress me out. Like, just fix
for a
it.
lot of attitude.
Did
She's
I?
Like, it's fine. I'll figure it out.
Did I?
I
tipped her though, because I mean, she did deliver. She was early with my donuts, and she did stress me out about not being able to fit them on the wall. But I mean, she did figure it out, and I did tip her. But like, sis, figure it out. Like, it's my wedding day. What are you talking about? But like, things you don't even anticipate going wrong are gonna go wrong. Like, nothing's gonna go smoothly. That's why after the wedding, I told Horace, starting today, we're saving money because these girls, my babies, our babies, they're gonna have wedding planners because they don't need this kind of stress in their life. If they go to college, they go to college. We're not saving for college. We're saving for weddings. That's what we're saving for.
I'll save for college.
It's a mess. Y'all remember she said that. If my babies grow up and they don't have a college fund, call Hailey.
Shoot.
She said they're going to
Don't
be going
call
to
me.
community college.
Shoot, y'all going to trade school, not even community
Trade
college.
school. She said you're going to learn to weld, boo-boo. That's what you're going to do. You're going to be a plumber.
You going to wear a hard helmet. I know that's for sure.
Yeah, so many things go wrong. So, the night before the wedding, Horace's barber had a death in his family. He needed a haircut the next morning. I was like so many things you don't anticipate. One of my bridesmaids got really sick before like a month and a half before the wedding.
Probably.
And I was just so concerned with her health. Like I couldn't even think about the wedding and her part in the wedding. Like that's something we had to do last minute because we didn't know what it was going to be. And honestly, it didn't matter. Whatever she needed, we were going to accommodate. Whether she could do it or she couldn't do it. If she wanted to do it, she could do it. Like whatever she needed us to do, we were going to figure it out. But so many things, like you don't even think about. As you guys know, my grandma passed away 2 weeks before the wedding. It was just like so many things happen that you don't anticipate happening. Girls, allergies were bothering them really bad the night before the wedding. So the day of the wedding, Liliana's eyes were swollen and she had a runny nose, and Mila was tired because she hadn't slept. Yeah.
They didn't want to be with anyone.
Oh, and then so I had a timeline of the way everything was supposed to happen, when it was supposed to happen, and where everybody was supposed to be. And because the shuttles took so long to get everybody to the ceremony, it pushed the ceremony back, which then pushed our entrance back and pushed the dinner back. So then by the time it was time for dinner, all of the Horace's coworkers that didn't anticipate being there for dinner were there for dinner. So then the people that were working the wedding kept coming up to me telling me, you're not going to have enough food, you're not going to have enough food, you're not going to have enough food. And I was like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, all of these people were not supposed to be here for dinner, but because my ceremony didn't start, now they're here for dinner. And I told them, just ration food. Like, let them pick one meat. Like, obviously y'all aren't Mexican. Obviously y'all didn't have to feed 10, 12, cousins at a time. Everybody gets one hot dog. Like, figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, why are you asking me? Like, I'm not going to tell you not to feed people. No, everybody needs to eat whoever's there to eat. Y'all just need to figure out how to do it because it was a disaster.
And there was nowhere to sit.
Yeah. So, I don't know how that happened though.
Because there was too many people.
Yeah.
That weren't even on the head count.
So a bunch of people showed up that didn't RSVP, shocker. And I had only had 12 tables out. And I was supposed to have 8 people per table because of coronavirus. So then they had to set out more tables. Well, while they were setting out more tables, there were no tables that threw off my table numbers. So I was going to release people by table numbers to go and eat, but because they had to add tables and those tables didn't have numbers, I didn't know what to do. So once they released everybody to go and eat, they released family and then the bridal party, and then everybody got up to go get in line, which was not the way it was supposed to happen because I didn't want people that close together all at one time. Excuse me, but again, what was I supposed to do?
Yeah, we were the last people inside anyways.
Yeah.
At that time, I was hungry.
Yeah.
So mad.
And I came back inside and all of the donuts were gone.
I didn't even get a maple bacon for one.
Did you get a donut at all?
Yes, because Kayla saved one for me. But she had to save one.
Good job, Kayla.
But still, whoever ate those maple bacon donuts, one was for me and you ate it.
All of the donuts were gone. And we had lowered our amount of donuts that we were going to have because people told me they weren't coming. So we were supposed to have 84 and we winded up ordering a dozen less. So we had 70 something donuts. And
hold on. If you ate a maple bacon, just feel bad because I didn't get one. That's all I got to say.
You don't have to feel bad. She's greedy because she got a donut. I didn't even get a donut.
Hey, you got cake. I didn't even know there was cake.
Oh, yeah. Cake. We have an entire wedding cake sitting in the fridge. because I forgot to tell the DJ to announce that the cake was cut, because I wanted to do all of our pictures and get the videographer and the photographer out of there so they could leave. And then we forgot to tell people the cake was cut. So unless you were sitting by the cake table, nobody got cake. But that's okay, because y'all got donuts with your greedy butts.
Well, I didn't. And I didn't even want that donut she saved either. Thank you for saving it.
Don't be ungrateful.
I really wanted maple bacon. And
What'd she save you?
What, French toast?
Was it? It's good though, huh?
It was good, but it's not what I wanted.
It's real good.
I mean, I ate it, but I mean, it's not what I wanted. But I was desiring to. After a long whole day, I was just looking forward to that donut. And
why didn't you tell her to grab you a maple bacon?
Because I didn't have my phone. We left it at the thing.
That's another thing that I felt bad after.
It was just too much.
Because I was trying to get everybody where they needed to be. And only one of my bridesmaids had pockets in her dress. So she was in charge of holding my vows and my glasses. And she was able to bring her phone. But none of the other bridesmaids had pockets. So I didn't want them to take their phones because they had their bouquets, and where were they going to put things? You know what I mean? So I had everybody leave their phones at the venue, but then I felt bad, and then I thought about it afterwards because the bridesmaids and I don't have any like selfies or like pictures by the waterfall. And also we didn't really have time to do all that anyways because everybody was there first. So Horace and I said, if you took a picture at our waterfall, you got to cash out us $25 a picture because we didn't even get no pictures.
I wanted a picture there too.
Yeah. And I didn't think about it until afterwards, but again, there's like 1,000,001 things happening and everybody's coming to me. So, I mean, because, I mean, I'm the only one who knows where everything has to be, but then also like I'm the bride, so I'm the one who has to be where I need to be. So, I don't know, it was a mess. But, was that all the bad things that happened?
No, your officiant canceled.
Oh yeah, my officiant canceled.
Like
2 days before. Like 2 days before the officiant canceled. So it's like he wasn't even gonna tell me though. So I text him and I was like, hey, just want to make sure we're still on for Friday. I hope everything's still good. We're excited to see you. And then he messaged me back. He was like, actually, my job promised me the day off, but they're not gonna be able to give it to me. So if you have a replacement, that'd be great. And if you don't, I can try to find somebody. I was like, fam, like when were you gonna tell me this? Like,
never.
What? So thankfully, what happened? Oh, my bad. I thought it was thankfully, Sosa, one of her roommates is ordained. So she did it for us, which thank goodness, you know, we had a backup. But I mean, like, how are you just not going to tell me that you couldn't come and do it? That was a mess. And then, yeah, the hairdresser. So I had a hairdresser who was supposed to do my hair initially. Well, she had canceled a few months ago because she had things to take care of, which I completely understand. So then we found her a replacement. All of these people are family friends. Everybody helping me that day is really close to me or my family or my brother. Like, everybody really did everything that they could to accommodate me that day, which I'm completely 100% grateful for. I don't know how I would have did it without you guys. But my hairdresser, she had like a bunch of family things going on too. So one of her family members got really sick and we didn't know. I didn't want to, again, I'm not selfish. Like, I don't want, you know, her family member to be alone or, you know, go through something and her be away from them because she's tending to me, you know what I mean? So I didn't know if I was going to have to find a replacement or what was going to happen, but thankfully we prayed that entire day, that entire night, that entire week that her family member was going to be fine, and she winded up making the trip and making my hair look absolutely beautiful, which I didn't give her these ideas. Like, I gave her a reference picture, but everything else she just handled on herself. Like, it's just pure talent that she did. So I'm so grateful that she was able to do my hair. But then also the night before the wedding, Claudia's hairdresser canceled. So my maid of honor, her hairdresser canceled the night before the wedding. It was probably like 6 or 7 o'clock. She canceled on her. And Claudia's emotional. Like, I know I'm emotional, but Claudia's like a different type of emotional. Like, she was crying. Like, she was so stressed out. I said, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. And she's do your own hair. Everybody else did their own hair.
It said, throw it in a bobby pin, let's go.
Put it up. I'll give you a little Tiana bun. Like, relax. But y'all know Claudia, she's extra and she needed her hair did or whatever. So thankfully, our friend Kim, shout out to Kim and Amanda again, came through for her and did her hair, and it was great. So yeah, all of these things were happening. But I think that's everything that went bad.
Airbnb, there was no hot water. So
Just
I had
kidding.
to drive all the way home, take a hot shower.
Just kidding. That's not all the bad things that happened.
No. I'm like,
We had rented an Airbnb to be at the night before the wedding to get ready. And just in case to go back to after the wedding, in case people got too lit or whatever. The shade. So
let me throw it real quick.
We're not even talking about it. So at the Airbnb, they knew we were going to be there for the wedding. Like, they knew I had bridesmaids that were staying with me. Like, they knew this ahead of time. So we get there, and the guy's fixing the laundry. And he's like, you don't have any hot water. And I was like, excuse me? What do you mean? And so he said there's something wrong with the gas line. So our entire stay, we didn't have any hot water. I had bridesmaids that had to get ready for a wedding. I had to get ready for a wedding. We needed to shower, wash the girl's hair. Like, so many things had to be done to where we needed hot water. But no, we didn't have any. And then we had a crazy ass neighbor come and just like, he was like paranoid because all of the cars were parked in front of the Airbnb. And he's like, do you live here? Like, why are all these cars here? What are y'all doing? And I was trying to be really nice. And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, do you need us to move something? Like, are we bothering you? He's like, no, you're not bothering me. I'm just wondering what you're doing. Like, I'm paranoid and I don't want, you know, anything happening. And we've been having trouble with the bars. And so then my mom tells Zayden, my nephew, to go get Horace. And I'm like, no, he's a white man.
No. Everyone inside stood up and they started looking outside.
Yeah.
I was like, everybody sit down.
And so he's like, I'm paranoid. Like, he's telling me that he's paranoid. He's a white man with a Longhorn Texas shirt on, driving a big white truck. Like, please don't go get Horace. So then Horace and all of his groomsmen, all these big black men walk outside, and I'm like, oh my God. Shit, oh my God, like panic.
Funny thing is, I was telling Dad what was happening. Dad was just nonchalant, sitting on the couch. I was like, Dad! Like, what is you doing?
One of my bridesmaids and her boyfriend, they work at the sheriff's department. So I'm like, fam, you didn't even have my back. Like, you ain't a real one at all. Like, you didn't even try to come check out the
Dad
scene.
was just drinking his soda on the couch.
I'm saying.
Mommy's outside and almost about to punch this man in the face, and Dad's just sitting there doing nothing. I was like, oh my God.
So we encountered that too. So best believe I talked to the guy at the Airbnb and I said 30%. He tried to give me 20%. I said, nah, fam, 30%. Nothing less than 30%. I need my money back because this is ridiculous. And the thing is, I talked to the girl yesterday and she knew exactly what neighbor I was talking about. Probably because you ate a whole ass potato. Show him your potato.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
They said larger portion.
Yeah, where? You ate all of it though.
There's this chunk right here I didn't eat.
You about to eat it.
I am. Continue your story.
So yeah, I called the lady and told her I wanted my money back, and she knew exactly which neighbor I was talking about. Apparently they've had problems with him, but like, fam, why wouldn't you tell me that? Like, why wouldn't you, after I book my thing, just let me know there is a neighbor up the street, if he gives you any problems, what I need to do to handle it? Because at that point, I'm in a situation and I don't know who this man is or what he's capable of, or if he's gonna call the police. And we all know 2020, my husband and his family aren't safe around police officers. Like, it's not exactly, like, I don't know what the situation is going to be. Like, you could have let me know, you know? So yeah, that was a mess. Maybe this is only going to be all the things that went bad because I don't think we have enough time to talk about.
We got 2 bros. Ripped his pants.
Don't say his name. I'll edit it out.
I'm like, everybody knows they were there.
I was just going to say my ring bearer he ripped his pants, but it was at the end of the night.
Put a name out there.
It was at the end of the night, and he did have a change of clothes.
He was dropping it way too low to the floor.
It was so funny. He got up, he said, I think I ripped my pants.
No, he ran to me.
I was dropping what too low?
I didn't tell him your name, but now you're exposing yourself. But yeah, after he ripped his pants, he got up and he's like,
he ran to me though. He ran to our table.
Oh,
and
did
he? Was like,
no, that was after because I was standing right next to him when it happened.
Oh, because he had his hands on his bottom. And I was like, what happened? What happened? So he goes outside. Like, he makes it a point to leave the building.
Well, if I ripped my pants, I'd be
No, I
Bye.
was like,
See you later.
I need some help.
He said, Uber. I need an Uber. But it's nasty because after he did it, he said, I think I ripped my pants. All I thought in my head was a SpongeBob episode. He's like, and then I ripped my pants.
All just because I ripped my pants.
And so then I went. Well, he had changed before. He came in his jeans, remember? And then he changed at the venue. So then he had his jeans there. He is. So then, but the thing was, after he told me that, I went and I touched his back, like his bottom, to see what he was talking about, and all I felt was skin. I was like, oh my god.
What skin?
Skin. I don't know what I touched.
Hold up.
I don't know what I touched.
Gag.
Why are you gagging?
You touched skin.
It felt like skin. Maybe I was just nervous. I don't know, but I felt something.
Not.
And then he left, good. But I'm because I didn't even check on him. He just left. I was like, okay, bye. Like, I didn't even tell anybody anything. I figured he'd handle it. So now, I think we should end on the best part.
The dances.
What was your favorite part? That was your favorite part?
No, Tommy and Zay's dancing.
Yeah. So everything walking down the aisle.
Or you and Dad too.
Walking down the aisle went really well. Horace's vows like shocked me. I said, "Okay, Mr. Henderson, you poet, you."
Ew.
He was so nervous about his vows, and you guys, he did such a great job. Like, I was in tears. Like, everybody cried. He did such a good job.
I was fighting those tears real hard. Real hard.
After she pronounced us husband and wife, there's a picture that I'll pop in the screen. Horace and I are kissing, and Claudia's in the back, and she's like so excited that everything's going down. And it's so Claudia. But yeah, the ceremony went really well. I'm really excited to get all of our pictures back because I know they're just gonna be so beautiful. Like, everything was beautiful. Like the waterfall, the flowers. John Eric did such a good job laying out my flowers, getting the ceremony stuff set up the way he needed to get it set up. There was a reserved chair for my brother, which was so special to me to have that there. And he set it up. Not only did he set it up, but then he took a picture of it on my phone. So I knew I would have it. Like, he knew I'd have it.
Cute.
Yeah, I saw it in my phone and I was like, I love my friend. He did such a good job. So yeah, the ceremony went really well. The coming back into the thing was a little bit of a disaster, but it's okay.
Venue.
Yeah,
that wasn't.
They weren't
together.
Prepared for, and I don't know how. Yeah, there was a lot of emotions. There was a lot of things happening. But yeah, our first dances went really well. Nobody tripped. Nobody stumbled. Nobody fell down.
Dad did a good job.
Yeah, my dad did such a good job dancing with me. And then I did have a surprise dance, so nobody knew that I was going to be dancing with my brother's best friend Tommy, and then Zayden, my nephew. But I did that as a special tribute to my brother because he couldn't be there. But it's crazy because I feel like his energy that night was so strong. Like, his ceremony chair was there, my dance with Tommy and Zayden, but then the end of the night, we ended the night with that Young Jock It's Going Down song, and that was
you saw G-Mom in the back.
My grandma was in the back. She was like boom, 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 and she was getting it. Yeah, we ended the night with the Young Jock song, and everybody was so hyped. Like, it was just such a good time. So the dance was amazing, and that's what I was looking forward to the entire time planning the wedding. My family and Horace's family coming together and teaching them how to cumbia and, you know, dancing country music.
Surprisingly, a lot of them got on the floor.
Yeah, and I knew that they would. I told y'all when they come, they show up and they show out, which I love. And I knew they were going to dance. I knew they were going to have a good time. Everybody there told me it was such a beautiful wedding. It was the best wedding they've ever been to. But I think our guest and mine and Horace's energy is very much like, we're going to get people involved and we're going to include everybody, and we're going to also be having a wonderful time. Everything that was a disaster at the beginning of the night, at the end of the night, it didn't even matter. It was, I had an amazing time. It's exactly what I wanted it to be at the end of the night.
Oh my God, the cleaning up part.
Yeah.
Tommy and Jacob were getting on my last nerves.
Well, they were drunk.
For what? For
Trying
what?
to
Give them the benefit of the doubt.
Trying to clean up the venue with everybody after they've been drunk and they're asking me where things go. I don't care at that point.
For
Just put it away.
Let me tell you what happened. So what had happened was I had Tommy and Jacob, right? I told them specifically, this is it, like simple instructions. Place all the greenery from the middle into the box. They're like, what do I do? Place the greenery in the box. What box? The big old square brown thing that's sitting in front of your face.
Tommy kept coming up to me. He's like, hey, you want this in the box? I'm like, yes, Tommy. Put it in the box, fam. He'd come up to me again. Hey, you want this in the box? Yes, in the box. It's a big
I literally physically showed them.
Is the box full? No, put it in the box. Like, it's a big ass box. Put it in the box. The boxes need to go to my car. Then everybody kept telling me my car was full. I'm like, how did y'all pack my car? Mind you, I drive an SUV. Like, there's space in the trunk, there's space in the back, there's space in the front seat. I go out there, there's like 3 boxes stacked in the back. There's like this much room to put other things. There's nothing in the front seat. There's nothing on the floorboards. I'm like, I can't, at this point, I cannot.
One time I turned around and Jacob had the small little boxes. The leaves were all on the floor. I was like, oh my God, bro. Like, my
house is a disaster because I don't have anywhere to put all of this wedding stuff. So, I don't know. We got to figure that out. But it was a good time.
Yeah, except me getting home at 2:30 and having to wait.
I had to pump gas in my wedding dress. I got in my car to leave and I didn't have any gas. I completely forgot. Why didn't I change out of my wedding dress? I don't know why. I should have brought an extra change of clothes. Bonique was the only one who brought a change of clothes, which, thanks fam for looking out, making sure I had an extra pair of clothes. But I had to pump gas in my wedding dress. It was like a disaster. Hailey did come with me. She's like, I'll come with you, I'll pump your gas. And I was like, thank you, sister. I don't know what I would do without you. It was very emotional. I don't know why you made me so emotional that entire day. Every time I saw Hailey, like, because people would look at me and they're like, don't look at me, you're gonna make me cry. And I get it, like, I'm the bride and I was all done up and Hailey had me popping or whatever because she laid that magic on my face. And everybody looked at me and they were like, don't look at me, I'm gonna cry, don't look at me. But I would look at them and I felt fine, but every time Hailey walked in the room and I was like, please leave. I can't, please leave.
You told me to leave.
I can't look at you right now. And so then she would leave. I don't know why. I don't know why you're making me so emotional. You just were.
I showed mommy that picture. She started crying.
Don't worry, doing my makeup. It's literally exactly what I wanted. We'll pop it on the screen here. These are the only pictures that I have. These are the sneak peeks, but I wanted a picture of my sister doing my makeup because she did it for the wedding and it was just really special. Also, shout out to my makeup artist who did all my other girls, Erica, Glam by RiRi. Girl, you laid, everybody was beat to the gods. Everybody was popping. And then she stayed all night long. She touched me up anytime I needed to be touched up. She told me I didn't have to pay her for my face because Hailey did my face. But girl, I gotta look out for you. She just did such a good job. She was exactly where she needed to be when she needed to be there. All my girls were ready on time. Everybody looked flawless. So if you need anybody for makeup, hire her. Shout out to her. I'll plug her Instagrams also down below. Hailey doesn't want to work professionally on people's faces, even though I think she should. She's just weird. So, but she does wax. You can go see Hailey and get hooked up that way. We're not gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about it. Next
We're not gonna talk
subject.
about my experience, but it is what it is. She's good at her job.
You know what?
I don't wanna talk
Everyone
about
heard you.
Oh, at your
studio?
job? I'm sure they
They're
did.
like, oh my God, is she okay?
I
After
was
you
not
left,
okay. I was not okay.
I want her off my table and out the door.
She said, go see somebody else.
Don't come see me
The
if
girl
you are
at the
emotional
front-
or sensitive.
The girl at the front was like, you want a tipper? I said, hell no, fuck her. I said, yeah, actually, give her $30.
I was like, you did tip me.
I did tip her. I guess that's all.
Yep, that was a whole day started from end.
It will take me a while to get my video footage back. We did have a videographer. People are asking me if that's happening. I was so mad because there was one guy who went live on Facebook for the ceremony. And I was like, I paid thousands of dollars to have a videographer because I saw it. He tagged me in it. And I untagged myself. Like, Why would you do that? Why would you go live for my ceremony, not ask anybody? Like, don't do that. You know what I mean? Everybody's been really nice about sending me pictures, asking me if they can post them. Absolutely, if you took pictures, post them. But don't post our vows, and you know, that's something we spend a lot of money on to have professionally done, and we want people to see the first time,
That makes sense.
you know, what we put a lot of money into. So, yeah, I was a little mad about that, but it is what it is. And also, Randy and Alyssa, godsend. Randy stepped in at the very last minute to take in for one of Horace's groomsmen, and Alyssa was
Very
there
helpful.
with him the entire time, and they had a wedding, they said 2 years ago, which is crazy to me, but Alyssa took charge of the girls. Anytime I needed somebody in check, I told Alyssa, please go tell them, and she absolutely did. They were so helpful. Anytime we needed anything, I knew I could rely on them. So our DJ, Johnny and Jamie, did our entire wedding for free. They didn't charge me anything, but they're really good friends with my brother, and they did it as a gift for my brother, for me. So Ruby, the lady who did my hair, didn't charge me a dime. So there was so many people who really stepped in to help me make sure that my day was perfect, and it truly means, it makes me want to cry. I don't even want to talk about it. I've cried enough. But it's so special, and it means so much that you guys, you know, we have people in our corner that we can count on when things do hit the fan. So thank you guys so much for that. So yeah, that's all for today's video. If you like this video, if you liked chit-chatting, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. The bell notification next to the subscribe button lets you know when I upload a new video, and you don't have to wait for me to post it on social media. If you do wait, or you don't know how to work the button, don't worry. I always post my videos when they go live on my socials. These are my socials. This is where you can find me on the internet. This is Hailey's social. This is where you can find her on the internet, as well as all of the other socials I'm gonna link down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Whew. Okay, go on. Did you just?
Yes. Did you feel
baby.
it? Or did you see it?
Feel what?
I don't know. Vibrations in there.
Oh, you do this?
Yeah.
I just know you. I just know it. I feel like I'm hungry.
What?
Like I'm trying to eat, but I'm also trying to entertain my people. You know what I mean? What, 4:30? Liliana! Stop yelling. I'm editing all this out. Don't expose him. Look at his little fingers. I know those are his fingers too. We're not saying your name. We're not exposing you.
Yeah, but they already exposed me because there's on my face.
No, it's over here. They didn't see your face over
Well,
there.
now you gotta-
You
But now they
keep
hear
talking.
your voice. Close the door.
Oh my god. The ring bear is here.
Stop it.